Want to know how to win in a multiple offer situation on a house? An escalation clause. What is it? Well, I'm Dustin Owens over here at Mantle Realty, and I'm here to explain to you all different kinds of addendums and contracts to help you in your real estate process. First of all, the escalation clause is not an actual addendum that we have available as a realtor here in North Carolina that's from the Bar Association or the Real Estate Association. It is something that you're going to have drawn up by an attorney. Luckily for me, I have my buddies over here at Goins Law upstairs just make me a pretty quick escalation clause, and they said, here you go. So what is an escalation clause? Well, it actually is a form to help you say that, hey, I am willing to pay up to this amount of money, and I'm going to go up in, let's just say, blank increments. So I'm going to use this scenario as $1,000. So let's just say this property is listed at $250,000, and I am willing to pay $300,000. I love this house; it's my dream house, everything else, and so I'm willing to pay $300,000. But I'm only willing to pay $1,000 over any other offer that might come in on this exact same property. So I send that form in, and the list agent looks at it and says, "Oh, well, our only other offer is for $280,000. We had a lot of activity, but since you're willing to blow everything else out of the water, $280. So are you willing to do $281?" And then you say yes. So now we look like we are the superheroes of real estate for that buyer, and we say, hey, we just saved you $19,000. Congratulations. Glad it was worth the commission that you were paying me. Yes, so we are going to help you out right here on that property there. But here's your bonus tip of it. Your escalation clause actually states that it is over any other offer. How do you know what another offer is on a property? Well, you don't. So can the list agent actually tell you what other offers are? Legally, no. They cannot tell you unless the other buyer in the situation, so buyer B, says, hey, yeah, you can release my offer to my clients. Yeah, you can do that. Nobody's ever going to do that. Why would you do that? So if you receive a contract with the escalation clause and they want to see the other buyer's information, you can't actually give it to them. Other bonus tip that I have is, as a list agent, if you receive an escalation clause, you don't have to accept it the way it's written. You can always counter back on any offer that comes out. So let's just say in my scenario right now, do I take the 281? No, I'm going to counter them as the list agent, be like, hey, I understand where you're at and I appreciate your offer, but we're not going to accept it. We are not willing to take your offer as it sits, but we are willing to counter you at $300,000. Do you accept or not? I just defeated that whole escalation clause and got my seller the whole other $19,000. So yeah, it's a catch-22 kind of situation, but the great thing is there's so many agents out here that aren't educated enough and that will just take the offer as it sits and how it sits and never think about countering it. But make sure that you ask your seller before you counter the situation there. So that's pretty much everything about an escalation clause that you need. But remember, if you want to use an escalation clause, make sure you have an attorney write that up, because here in North Carolina, us realtors, we cannot make our own addendums. Thanks for watching.